Considering a move to Ceres? Many are, but there's 5 pros and 5 cons that you need to know before making that move that can leave you elated or be an absolute deal breaker for you. So let's make sure you know before you decide to go with this quick video. By the way, I'm Andre, your Kelly Valley Realtor and area expert, giving you valuable content covering Central Valley cities, their new construction, plus tips and tools for your successful move out here. So reach out when you're ready so you can be the next satisfied buyer who found us on YouTube, like some of these buyers have. And hit subscribe because I'm doing all the research for you so you don't have to. Now let's do this. First off, let's look at the pros. Pro number 1 is the affordability. This is the number 1 reason people call me about Ceres. Housing here is significantly more affordable than in the Bay Area, and it's right on par with the much larger city of Modesto that's right next to it. You can find a decent single-family house in the $400,000 to $450,000 range, and often with a larger lot or more square footage than you'd get for the same price in other cities. Now, this affordability can make a big difference for first-time buyers, young families, or anyone looking to save on housing costs. If you want Bay Area money but Central Valley costs, Ceres is one of the lowest entry points to home ownership in the whole entire region. You get way more house for your buck, and that savings can be invested elsewhere or simply allow for a higher quality of life. Pro number 2, the location and accessibility. Ceres is smack in the middle of everything. You are literally right next door to Modesto, which is the major hub of Stanislaus County. This means you can enjoy the lower costs of living in Ceres, while still being only a short 5 to 10 minute drive from all of the amenities of Modesto, including the Vintage Fair Mall, a wide selection of restaurants, major hospitals, and entertainment options. Ceres itself is conveniently situated along Highway 99, which runs right through the heart of the city and provides easy access north to Stockton or south to Fresno, and quick connections to other key Central Valley cities. The location also means it's easy for residents to commute to various job centers or plan trips to destinations like Yosemite, Sacramento, or even the Bay Area if you want to drive a little more. Pro number 3, the small town community feel. Despite being right next to the bigger city of Modesto, Ceres has held onto that small agricultural town vibe. The sense of community is strong here, neighbors know each other, and it's common to see families out together during local events. The annual Ceres Street Fair and Christmas Tree Lane opening are just a couple of traditions that bring residents together. The city also hosts farmers markets, youth sport leagues, and cultural festivals that reflect the area's diversity. Ceres is a place where many people have deep roots and multi-generational families, contributing to a welcoming, family-oriented atmosphere. It doesn't feel as congested or big city as Modesto does, and many residents appreciate the slower pace of life and the safety of the tight-knit neighborhoods. The laws have changed, so stay till the end for an amazing homebuyer tip that guarantees you won't need to pay your agent's commission now that the new law says you're ultimately responsible for it. Pro number 4, future growth and development. Ceres is actively working to level up. Over the past few years, the city has seen new commercial projects, such as the plazas on Mitchell Road and updated shopping centers. City leaders are focused on bringing in new businesses, restaurants, and retail options to create more local amenities and job opportunities. Plans for infrastructure improvements and updated parks are ongoing, and the city is attracting attention from developers looking to invest into the area. For homebuyers, getting in now could mean benefiting from future increases in property values as the area continues to grow and modernize. The community is also investing in schools and recreational facilities, aiming to create a more vibrant and attractive city for both residents and newcomers. Pro number 5, the agriculture. If you like fresh food, this is the place. Ceres is deeply rooted in agriculture and surrounded by miles of orchards, vineyards, and farmland. This rich agricultural heritage means you have easy access to some of the freshest produce stands, farmers markets, and roadside fruit sellers in all of California. Seasonal harvests bring a wide selection of fruits and vegetables, and you can often buy directly from local growers. Many residents take pride in the farm-to-table lifestyle. The agricultural industry also plays a big role in the local economy, providing jobs and shaping the community's identity. Pro tip, if you're buying a new home in this area, let's split the referral fee. That's up to $10,000 and refurnish your house type of money. Reach out for details. I'm gonna hook you up. Now let's go ahead and look at the cons of Ceres. Now, con number 1 for Ceres is the crime rates. We have to talk about it. Ceres does have a higher crime rate compared to some of the nicer suburbs like Ripon or North Modesto. Overall, the city's crime rate is higher than the national average, especially for property crimes such as theft, burglary, and car break-ins. While violent crime is generally lower than the California state average, In many Ceres neighborhoods, residents still report concerns about safety, especially at night or in certain areas. Many residents take extra precautions, such as home security systems, and the local police department is working to improve safety with increased patrols and community outreach. Con number 2, the schools. If you have kids, this is a big one. Generally speaking, the school rankings in Ceres are average, with most public schools earning like a C rating on platforms like niche.com and greatschools.org. Class sizes can be larger than average, and resources sometimes feel stretched. However, some families appreciate the diversity and sense of community in Ceres schools, and there are programs for English language learners and special education. Con number 3, the commute. If you work in the Bay Area, Ceres adds time to your drive compared to other Central Valley cities. You are further south than Manteca and Modesto, which means you have a longer stretch of 99 to drive on, and you're often facing heavy traffic during peak hours. Ceres doesn't have its own ACE train station, so commuters must drive up to Lathrop to catch the train or use a connector bus to reach BART in the Bay Area. This can add an extra 15 to 30 minutes each way, depending on the traffic. The lack of direct transit options can make the daily commute more tiring and time-intensive, especially for those working traditional office hours. For local jobs or remote work, this isn't a major factor, but if you're planning to commute to the Bay Area daily, it's something to seriously consider, and to be honest, I would advise against it. Con number 4 is the air quality. Remember that agriculture I mentioned in the pros? The downside is the dust, pollen, and overall air quality. The Central Valley consistently ranks among the worst regions in the country for air pollution, especially during the late summer and fall when wildfires, crop harvesting, and stagnant weather conditions contribute to poor air. If you have asthma, allergies, or other respiratory conditions, this can be a real challenge. Many residents rely on air purifiers and limit outdoor activities during high pollution days. And since Ceres is right in the heart of the agricultural belt, during harvest season it gets particularly dusty and air quality can dip even further. It's important to check daily air quality reports and be prepared for occasional smoky or hazy days. The 5th con, limited amenities. While they are building more, right now Ceres lacks high-end dining, shopping, and entertainment options. There are a handful of local restaurants, fast food chains, and small shops, but you won't find upscale eateries, specialty grocers like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, or large entertainment complexes in town. For a nice date night, big shopping trips, movie theaters, or special events, you'll nearly always need to drive into Modesto or Turlock, where there's a much wider selection. Ceres functions mostly as a bedroom community, meaning most people live here but work or play elsewhere. While this keeps the town quieter and less hectic, it also means fewer conveniences right at your doorstep. Some residents enjoy the small town feel, while others find the lack of amenities limiting. Now let's discuss this huge buyer tip on how to avoid paying your agent's commission. Due to a new nationwide law that changed back in January of 2025 about how buyer agents get paid, buyers are now required to have a representation agreement with their agent in place prior to even being able to tour a home. Now, this agreement states how much your agent will get paid, and under this new law, buyers are technically responsible for paying that fee. But here's 3 tips on how you protect yourself. Number 1, ask the seller to pay your agent's commission. When your agent writes up your offer for the home that you want to buy, ensure they request for the seller to cover their commission. Number 2, watch the percentage. If your agent's fee is too high, like 3% or higher, a seller may reject your offer. You don't want to lose your dream home because of a commission dispute. Number 3, and the ultimate pro tip, is to have an absolve clause added. In this agreement between you and your agent, ask your agent to put in writing what the minimum amount is that they will be willing to accept as a counteroffer from the seller, and that they will waive your responsibility to pay the difference. So here's an example of how it works and how I protect my clients. Make sure your agent does this as well. Now, I never want my commission to get in the way of your home purchase. So my standard rate is 2.75%, yet I'm willing to accept as low as 1.75% as a counter offer and as my full payment. That means if we got a counter offer of up to 1% less than what my rate is, I will accept it and waive your responsibility to cover the difference. Make sure your current or future agent offers that level of protection for you. You got questions about this rule or want help buying your next home? Reach out or scan the code. I got you. Let's make sure you're protected. So is Ceres right for you? If your budget is tight and you want to stop renting, Ceres is a fantastic entry point that gets you into the market. But if you need top-rated schools and a short commute to the Bay, you may want to look further north. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more info to know about Central Valley cities and your relocation out here.